Just kidding. Semua yang mengikut.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Real Stage 41. I'm Colonel Erico Isumara.
And I'm Lieutenant Colonel Firenze Elena Vizzaria.
And we will be an MC throughout this whole session.
Before we begin today's event, let us explain. Today, each and every trainee will be required to deliver one class speech before proceeding to the next level.
Then we have another test called the written post test, which is to measure the knowledge about public speaking theories, such as what you should and shouldn't do.
Now, I would like to introduce our remarkable judges for today and request them to give motivations to encourage our participants. Our first judge is a joyful public speaking trainer. Please, a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia!
Thank you, MC. Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited today. Why? When I come here and I met the students, they're like, "Oh no, Miss Cecilia! Oh my God!" But you know, today I would like to check first who come here to do their first real stage. So you are private. First real stage. First real stage. Oh, first real stage. Okay, let me check again. Second real stage. This is their second real stage. No one? Oh, okay. Third real stage. Oh, we have third real stage here. Fourth real stage. Yeah. So everyone, you come here today. This is not a competition. Yeah, let me remind you, this is not competition. We are not doing public speaking competition. We are doing real stage. Yeah. In real stage, what you do is you perform your best. Not only for yourself, not only for the judges, but also for your parents. Yeah. So today you have trained so well. You've come to class. You practice every week. I believe what you perform today will showcase your skill at public speaking. And remember, if you feel nervous, what can you do? Yes, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It's okay to feel nervous because it is scary standing there and doing your speech. Okay? So it's okay to feel nervous. Just remember to take a deep breath. Yeah? I wish everyone good luck today, and I would love to see a lot of amazing performance that I believe you guys have prepared really well. Yeah? Good luck. Thank you. Back to the MC.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia. So speakers, remember, breathe in, breathe. Louder. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Okay.
Now let us move on to our second judge of the day. She is a very experienced public speaking trainer. Let us give a big round of applause to Miss Angelica!
Thank you, MC. Good morning, Papa, Mama, and also all trainees. How are you feeling? What? Okay. Anyone feeling happy today? Oh, Sophia. All right. What about the rest? Not really good. All right, it's very okay. So just like what Miss Cecilia mentioned just now, it's okay to feel nervous. It means our heart is functioning well, right? If you're not nervous, probably there's something wrong, right? Especially if it's your first time going on real estate. So being nervous is super normal, and just remember to, it's not what? Breathe, right? Be calm, right? And in real estate, SMA want real estate so that you can experience a simulation of how it felt when you come on a real scenario when you have to perform on public. So this is a very good chance for you to actually learn and also feel the nerve. And so usually at class, you only face your friends and also your trainers, and usually it's the same face every week, right? Today, you have the opportunity to meet new face as the audience, and that's where the challenge is, right? And in SMA 1, from private level until you graduate, you will only face 5 times of real estate. So make sure to make each of your real estate count, right? So give your best, make it the best memory that you will remember when you graduate later on, right? So from me, all the best to all of the trainees. I hope you will enjoy the real estate later on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Angelica. Speakers, it's okay to be nervous. Okay? We are all nervous here, I believe.
And now, speakers, it is time for your written post-test, where you will all be required to answer a few questions about public speaking.
Well, don't worry, the questions are quite easy, so I believe everyone here can pass. So, speakers, you are now allowed to leave the room to take the test. Good luck.
And now, since our friends are having a test, we'd like to invite Miss Cecilia to give the opening remarks.
Thank you, MC. Bapak-bapak, boleh kami izin kita tepuk tangan MC-nya juga? Ini karena MC-nya juga real stage dia ya, jadi juga latihan dan terdekat. Oke, selamat pagi Bapak Mama, selamat datang di SMA 1 Semarang. Hari ini kita bersama-sama hadir untuk melihat performance-nya anak-anak ya di real stage. Real stage ini apa? Real stage ini kembali lagi bukan sebuah kompetisi, ini adalah ajang anak-anak untuk menunjukkan apa yang sudah mereka pelajari. Ya. Mengerikan nggak real stage? Ngeri, Bapak Mama ya. Kalau bayangin anak-anak diminta untuk berdiri di depan, memberikan pidato minimal 5 menit minimal. Ya, saya bayangin kalau saya di umur mereka ya, yang saya lakukan setiap hari hanya bermain ya. Ini udah disuruh maju ke depan dan tampil. Bukan hanya disuruh untuk maju ke depan dan tampil, dia harus bisa menyampaikan sesuatu. Ya. Nah, di sini anak-anak itu pasti akan merasa nervous, pasti akan merasa takut. Itu normal, Papa Mama. Kenapa? Karena saya masih ingat pengalaman saya pertama kali saya maju ke atas panggung untuk mengikuti satu kompetisi. Kompetisinya 3 menit. Papa Mama. Saya buka di depan, halo selamat pagi Bapak Ibu semua. Setelah itu 2 menitnya saya blank. Saya tidak bisa berkata-kata apapun. Saya cuma bisa menatap mata-mata judges-nya. Kemudian saya duduk dan saya nangis. Itu adalah pengalaman pertama saya naik ke atas panggung. Ya. Dan tentunya itu sangat membekas, Bapak Mama. Kenapa? Karena apa yang saya takutkan ketika saya ke atas panggung ketika saya kecil, bukan betapa gagalnya saya, tapi betapa kecewanya ayah dan mama saya. adalah hal yang membuat saya takut dan pada akhirnya saya sedih ketika di atas panggung. Hari ini, anak-anak maju ke atas panggung, percayalah, Papa Mama. Selesai mereka maju, yang mereka lihat dan mereka cari itu bukan mata judges, bukan ekspresi judges. Ya, mereka lah udah bosan lihat kita ya di kelas. Nah, yang mereka akan cari itu adalah wajah dan ekspresinya Papa Mama yang duduk hari ini, yang hadir menemani dari anak-anak yang akan perform, Papa Mama. Jadi hari ini, jika ada anak yang tampilnya bagus sekali, kita berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah. Ya. Jika ada anak yang tampilnya deg-degan, kita berikan tepuk tangan yang lebih meriah lagi. Ya. Karena dia sudah berhasil, bukan hanya menyampaikan sesuatu, tapi berani untuk berdiri di depan dan berbicara. Berani ini adalah satu langkah yang bisa membantu mereka menjadi sosok yang lebih baik lagi ke depannya. Menjadi seorang leader ke depannya. Ya. Jadi minta bantuannya Papa Mama. Anak-anak percayalah 5 menit yang ke depan, latihannya berjam-jam, deg-degannya berjam-jam. Ya. Mungkin semalam ada yang gak bisa tidur. Mama, how tomorrow I want to go on stage. Ya. Itu sering terjadi di kelas juga. Miss, I cannot. Gitu. Di sini adalah ajang kita untuk mengapresiasi mereka agar mendorong mereka untuk menjadi lebih baik lagi. Ya. Nah, di SMA sendiri, Papa Mama, kita juga memiliki satu belief bahwasanya anak itu bukan hanya harus percaya diri untuk menjadi sukses, bukan hanya harus pintar untuk menjadi sukses, tapi juga memiliki manner dan life yang baik. Jadi attitude juga diperhatikan. Ya, life, bagaimana disiplin mereka juga diperhatikan. Ya, jadi ajang Build Stage ini mereka bukan hanya menyelesaikan speaking project mereka, tapi mereka juga menyelesaikan life project mereka. Ya, di kelas juga ditatar dari manner mereka. Jadi hari ini banyak sekali yang mereka pikirin. Oh no, how gitu ya. Jadi hari ini kita dukung bersama agar anak-anak menjadi lebih baik lagi. Di SMA One kita ada 6 level, Papa Mama. Jadi bukan hanya tadi ada 3 ya, yang dari private ke sergeant. Nah hari ini kita juga ada yang sergeant ke lieutenant kolonel. Ya, level ketiga itu lieutenant kolonel. Ada kolonel. Setelah kolonel ada lieutenant general. Hari ini kita juga ada yang dari lieutenant general ke general. General ini adalah level terakhir di SMA One. Yang akan mereka perform hari ini berbeda-beda. Jadi setiap stage itu ada challenge yang berbeda-beda, Papa Mama. Ada yang hanya menyampaikan pidato. Ada yang harus bisa mengevaluasi. Ya, bayangin dia bukan hanya harus berani maju ke depan, dia bukan hanya harus mengerti isi pidatonya, tapi dia juga harus bisa memberikan masukan. Ya, jadi banyak sekali hari ini proyek yang beragam. Tentunya akan seru sekali, tapi satu kali lagi, Papa Mama minta bantuannya, apapun yang terjadi, kita dukung anak-anak agar mereka menjadi lebih baik lagi di sini. Ya, terima kasih. Jika nanti ada pertanyaan mengenai SMA One, mungkin ada parents yang bertanya, Miss, ngapain ya saya diminta untuk tanda tangan live project? Banyak banget ini ngapain gitu ya? Nanti kita boleh ngobrol lagi ya, Bapak-Bapak ya. Tapi di sini tujuan kita hanya satu, kita ingin bersama-sama agar menjadikan anak-anak kita menjadi lebih baik lagi. Ya, terima kasih. Saya balikin lagi ke MC kita ya. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia. Thank you, Ms. Cecilia, for the opening remarks. And since our friends have not come back from their test yet, we're going to watch some videos together. The videos will be shown over here on the TV. Enjoy! you out whenever you're ready to join. And so no one will ever let you down. And so no one will guide you through the extra. So no one will give you all you need. So no one making you better you. Soft skills and good manners will show you the way. Soft skills and good manners make them part of your day. So come on, let's all reach high, together reach the sky. Soft skills and good manners make them part of your day. Let's start my turn. Thanks, my turn. Ada agenda yang susah. Beda.
Nine. Yes.
before we start.
Makanya kemarin feedbacknya itu adalah kalau ada yang tiba-tiba sih harus dikasih tahu MC-nya. Biar saya kaget. Kayak Cijuk kemarin kan nggak ada dikasih tahu MC-nya. After this video.
That's video. Okay, so how's the test, everyone?
Great.
Only 1%. How about the others? Okay or not? Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, I believe everyone here did a great job. Okay. But before we go to the speech session, there are some rules I guess have to keep. The first one is that every speakers must silence their phone. So if I see you guys playing your phone during the speeches, I will take it. I'm kidding.
Secondly, it is very greatly appreciated if no one goes in or out of this room during the speaker's speech, since it could be distracting for them. Third, littering is strictly forbidden in this room. So if you want to throw any trash, you're welcome to go out of the room during the 1-minute practice, or maybe just keep it. Just don't throw it on the floor.
And lastly, at the end of every speech, speakers will receive feedbacks and comments from the judges. And for those audience who wants to give feedbacks as well, you can access this link.
Now we'll continue and explain the time limits.
For private, you can deliver any speech for 5 to 7 minutes. In 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 6 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light. In 7 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light.
For sergeants, you can deliver any speech that you want, using either PowerPoints, music, or properties for 5 to 7 minutes. When it is the 5th minute of your speech, the timer will turn on the green light. When it is 6 minutes, the timer will turn on the yellow light. And if it is 7 minutes already, the timer will turn on the red light.
For the colonel, you can deliver a speech of selling a product for 8 to 10 minutes. In 8 minutes, the timer will turn on the green light. In 9 minutes, the timer will turn on the yellow light. In 10 minutes, the timer will turn on the red light.
For colonels, you can deliver a persuasive speech for 5 to 7 minutes each. When it's 5 minutes, the timer will turn on the green light. When it is the 6th minute, the timer will turn on the yellow light. And by the 7th minute, the timer will turn on the red light.
And for the ratio stage, there will be a little general that will randomly come up and evaluate 2 speakers for 2 to 3 minutes. So in 2 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. 2.5 minutes, they'll turn on the yellow light. And in 3 minutes, they'll turn on the red light.
And for each and every speaker in this room, please remember to close your speech within 30 seconds after the red light is turned on, or you could be disqualified.
Also remember, after delivering your speech, you have to ring the bell and say, "That was easy."
Remember to pay attention to your time, since if a speech is too long, then it would not be attention grabbing to the audience. They will lose attention halfway. But if it is too short, then it won't be meaningful. Now is the moment for us to officially begin Real Stage 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
So, you mentioned, you know the difference between basketball and football?
All I know is you throw the ball using your hand for one, and the other you kick the ball. Everything else is blurry. I don't understand anything in PE, but I'm lucky if I even pass.
Well, luckily, there's someone from the class of Amber. They'll be giving a speech about the difference between basketball and football. So let us welcome Denzel Geraldo Wijaya. So Denzel Geraldo Wijaya, the difference between basketball and football. The difference between basketball and football, Denzel Geraldo Wijaya. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
Has any of you ever mistaken football as basketball or basketball as football?
Yes.
Yes, today I'm going to be explaining the differences and similarities between football and basketball. Football is a sport where 11 players on each team try to score the ball to the net, while basketball is a sport where 5 players on each team try to score the ball to the hoop. The two similarities between football and basketball is number one, team sport. Football and basketball are both team sports that values teamwork, leadership, physical health, and strength. Number two, scoring. Football and basketball are both sports that have based on their that is to win by outscoring the opponent. The third difference between football and basketball is number one, objective football. The objective of the game is one ball to the net, while in basketball the objective of the game is to throw the ball to the hoop. Number two, playing field. Football is played on an artificial turf field or large grass field, while basketball is played on an indoor court. Number three, number of players. Football. Football has 11 players on each team, while basketball has 5 players on each team. Number four, ball. Football uses a size 5 ball that's kicked and cannot be touched by hand except for goalkeepers, while basketball uses a size 7 ball that is dribbled, passed, and shot with the hand. Number six, offside rule. Football has an offside rule to prevent players from getting an unfair advantage, while basketball has no offside rule, but there are other violations like traveling. Number seven, substitutions. Football usually has limited substitutions, usually 5 in official matches, while basketball has unlimited substitutions. Number eight, physical contact. Football, physical contact like tackling is common, but it may not hit the other person's leg. While basketball, physical contact is allowed, but if it's too dangerous, can cause a foul. Number nine, positions. Football has 13 positions, which are goalkeeper, center back, left back, right back, left midfielder, right midfielder, center attacking midfielder, center defending midfielder, striker, center forward, left wing, and right wing. While basketball has 5 positions, which are power forward, center, shooting guard, point guard, and small forward. Number 10, points. If you score in football, you get 1 point. While in basketball, if you score from a 2-pointer, you get 2 points. And if you score from a 3-pointer, you get 3 points. So remember, football and basketball are different, but they both value teamwork, leadership, physical fitness, agility, health, and many more. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Yeah?
You play basketball?
Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
now I know the difference between basketball and football. So let's invite one of our judges to give her compliments. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, Aaron. Denzel. Denzel, take a deep breath first. You know, I really enjoy your explanations about the difference of basketball and football. Do you like which one better, basketball or football? Football, better than basketball. Then we cannot be friends. Because I like basketball better, right? Okay, joking, yeah. I like that how you open with the questions, like how have any of you ever mistaken basketball and football? Yeah, that's a very interesting questions because apparently there are people who mistaken the ball, right? So you give a very interesting opening and then you put information speech and you use your hand gesture to give all the points, right? The first one, the second one, the third one. Next time when you use hand gesture, even though it's already open hand gesture, can you open it wide? Can you try so you are not moving from your wrist, but you are moving from your elbow? Can you try? One, higher. One. Yes. Two. Yeah. Yeah. So next time you raise it higher so all the audience can see you. Right? And then one thing I think you can make this speech better is to smile more, Denzel. You have a beautiful smile, but the smile is poof, fly away. Denzel. So smile more, take a deep breath, right? And just now I noticed that you are quite under time, right? The light is not great yet. This is a tips for you. In order to give a good speech, don't focus on putting more numbers. Like you have 9 numbers, 10 numbers. Is it hard to remember all that numbers? Not hard. Amazing. But to make it longer, you can give explanation further. Example, when you say, like, okay, basketball have 5 players, football have 11 players. Why basketball have 5 players? Because a basketball court size is like this, and there's a certain position that the job is to do this and this and this. But the football size of the field is very huge, right? You get the point? So you add more explanation, so the each point that you tell is longer. Therefore, you can make the time. Yeah. But overall, you are being very brave, standing up in front, and you are very tidy. Ooh, look at you in kemeja and also celana panjang, right? So I'm excited to see another performance of you. Remember, if you pass the private level, remember to smile. Yeah, smile. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nigel. I give the control back to you.
There. That was easy. And now let us have 1 minute of silence while we wait to move on to the next speaker. wondered what would make someone say it's the best day of their life?
Oh,
Well, there's someone here who's going to share what makes her think someday is the best day of hers. Let us welcome
Nico Hassan.
Hassan from the class of Canada. Nico Hassan, the best day of my life. The best day of my life, Nico Hassan. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Everyone has a day they'll never forget. For me, that day was when I traveled to Hong Kong for a Met Olympiad competition. It was a day filled with excitement and nervousness. It all started when I was selected to represent my country in a Met Olympiad. I had joined Met competitions before, but this was different. This time, I'll be flying to another country, competing with students from all around the world. I was excited, but also a little scared. I kept asking myself, am I really ready for this? Before the trip, I spent weeks preparing. I practiced math problems every day and even studied topics I hadn't learned in school yet. Some days were fun, but other days were really frustrating. But I told myself that hard work would pay off. When we landed in Hong Kong, I was amazed. The city was so alive, tall buildings, bright lights, and people everywhere. It was nothing like home. I traveled with my family, and we spent a few days exploring before the competition. We visited Victoria Peak, where I could see the whole city from above. Those few days were fun and exciting, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking about the competition. Then came the big day. The competition hall was large and filled with students from many countries. I heard people speaking different languages. Everyone looked focused and serious. I could feel my heart beating faster. When the test papers were handed out, I looked at the first question, and it was hard. I felt nervous. I didn't know how to start. But I remembered something I told myself before coming here. Don't give up. So I took a deep breath and began solving what I could. I focused on one question at a time. Some problems took longer than I expected. Others made me feel stuck. But I reminded myself that the test wasn't about being perfect. It was about doing my best. I had come too far to stop now. After the competition, I was exhausted. I kept thinking about the problems I couldn't solve. I was worried I didn't do well. I felt a mix of hope and fear. I wanted to be proud of myself, but I wasn't sure if I had done enough. But a day later, when the results were announced, I couldn't believe it. I had won a silver medal. I was shocked, excited, and so proud. It felt like my hard work has finally paid off. That moment meant more than just a medal. It reminded me that fear and doubt are normal, but they don't have to stop you. If I have given up during the test, I wouldn't be able to reach that moment. But I kept going, even when it was tough. That lesson has stayed with me ever since. Since then, I have faced many challenges, difficult tests, performances, new experiences, and every time I feel nervous, I think back to that day in Hong Kong. I remember that I'm stronger than I think, and trying is more important than being perfect. So that's why my trip to Hong Kong for the Met Olympiad is the best day of my life. It wasn't just about winning a medal. It was about believing in myself, pushing through fear, and discovering what I'm capable of. It was more than just a competition. It was a memory I'll always treasure and a lesson I'll never forget. So, in conclusion, my trip to Hong Kong for the Met Olympiad is the best day of my life. That's all from me, and thank you.
Wow, thanks for sharing your very unique experience with us, Nicole. I'm sure not everyone here has ever been to a math competition, so it's very interesting. And now, let us welcome our judges to give the feedback. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Angelica.
Thank you, Bill. Hi, good morning, Nicole. How are you feeling right now?
Great.
Great now? Just now? Before the speech?
Kinda nervous.
Kind of nervous. Alright. Congratulations because you have finally made it. And to be honest, Nicole, when you were on the stage, I could actually feel how nervous you were. But I was kind of amazed of how you were able to remain so calm all the time, right? And even on some part, I could see that you were actually trying to recall the lines, right? But you still was able to stay calm, and then with that expression, and it makes everything sound so smooth, right? So I think, especially this is your first real estate, I think that compass is like a gift that you have. So good job on that. And Nicole, throughout your whole speech about your best day in your life, about the math competition, I think your speech itself has so many inspiration. And you even injected some quotes that I love so much. For example, just now you mentioned fear and doubt are normal, but they won't stop you. And then you also said hard work will pay off. So there are a lot of quotes that you insert in your speech. And it escalates your speech not only about your best day in your life, but it becomes an inspiration for all of us. So great job on that. And for Nicole, I think you are a very potential speaker. Just two things for you in the future. First, when you are already on the stage, try to always make sure that you stand on the middle of the stage. So you start on the middle of the stage. So right now, where you are standing is kind of too backward. So you can step one more step forward. Yes, that's where you can start. So by standing on the middle, you can have a better presence on the stage and also better connection to the audience. If it's too backward, we will feel kind of too far from you, right? So this is already right. And then the second one for you, Nicole, is especially when you are telling stories, there will be emotions, right? Sometimes you are showing that you are happy, sometimes you're showing that you're sad, right? And when it's happy moment, you can end the statement with a higher tone. So for example, just now when you said, I won a silver medal, okay? So I recall you mentioning it like this, I won a silver medal. So you end it with a low tone, right? So how we can make it more engaging to show that you are happy is you can end it with a higher tone. For example, I won a silver medal. So it will make a difference about the emotion that we can feel, right? So that's how you play with the vocal dynamics there, okay? So overall, Nicole, I really enjoyed your journey and congratulations for winning that silver medal. And also congratulations for passing your real stage. You can ring the bell back to the MC.
That was easy.
Okay, thank you, Miss Angelica. Now we will have 1 minute of silence. Your answer. How many languages do you speak?
4. English, Indonesian, Mandarin, and Hokkien. But I don't think I'm fluent in any actually.
Well, I think we're the same. Well, there's one person from the class of Cairo that will be giving a speech about how many languages do you speak. Well, not you, but them. So let's welcome Lincoln Lee. Lincoln Lee, how many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? Lincoln Lee. Your time is about 7 minutes. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many languages do you speak? Okay. If for me, it for first one is this English, Mandarin, Bahasa, and Hokkien. The first one, English. I learned English when I am 6 years old, and I use English to talk to my friend and teacher. Second one, Mandarin. I learned Mandarin when I primary 2, and I use Mandarin to talk to my teacher. Third one, Bahasa. I learned Bahasa when I primary 2 also, and I use Bahasa to talk to my teacher or sometimes friend. The fourth one, Hokkien. I learned Hokkien when I 2 years old, and I use Hokkien to talk to my family. When I able to speak many languages, I can get more information. So I have cousin in Malaysia. Every time I meet her, I always use Mandarin to speak with her. But mostly, I use English to talk to my friend. I talk to my friend very many things like movie, sport, or horror story. And imagine if I cannot speak Mandarin and English when I go to Malaysia or Singapore. There are a lot of people that speaking English. But now I can speak these two languages. But since I stay in Indonesia, I speak Indonesia language. Many countries have different language. If we can learn it and if we can learn it very well, we can get more information and be more successful in the future. Language is not just a word, it's how we show respect, how we share ideas, and how we understand one another. Language, even a few words like hello and thank you can make somebody smile. It means you care. Language also help you in school, in work, and in life. So language can help you to grow and see the world differently. So don't stop learning. Try a new path and a new language. And one step at a time. So study language is important because most of the people can speak, especially these two language, English and Mandarin. Why? Because for me, Mandarin is very interesting and English very hard. So we need to study well so we can be more successful in the future. Thank you.
Wow, that's good. Well, after listening to your speech, I realized that I can speak 5 languages, which are, again, of course, okay, Mandarin, English, Bahasa, and one more. It's Korean. Saranghae. But now let's welcome Mrs. Sylvia to give her speech.
Thank you, Aaron. Sarang here. Okay, Lincoln. Ooh. How are you feeling right nervous? You feel more relaxed now since it's already completed and finished? Yes. Okay, I think this is a very interesting speech, right? You talk about how many language you speak, right? And you open it with a question for us. How many languages do you speak, everyone? Right? So you make people think like, how many? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you reveal yours, which is I have more. And you also put a lot of personal stories inside. You put like, okay, so I go to Malaysia, I go there, because I cannot speak well, right? But now I can speak English and Mandarin well, which is a very good thing. And you relate it into the part where you say language is not about communication. It's also about respect, right? I think that part really sweeten everything up, and especially when you add example, the simple hello and thank you in the native language can make people smile, right? And that's a very smart word. Maybe one additional thing, Lincoln, should make your speech longer, right? Because it's 5 minutes you need to complete, right? What you can add is at the end, you can add about, okay, so how can we learn your language if you haven't? Then you can share some tips. First, everyone, you can take out your phone and then you can open and download the app Duolingo, example. So you can give some tips and then you can also add, it's very important to practice. That's why I have a friend in Malaysia who helped me practice. Example. So you add more how people can learn more language to make their speech more. Yeah. But overall, a very sweet smile, a very confident body posture, and a very well done speech. Good job, Linda.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Sylvia. I believe the feedback is very well received, and it's also very interesting how it's only 1 point. Because so far in stage I usually see it's 2 points or 3 points of improvement trainees. It's very nice to see a 1 point improvement one. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so that our new trainees, our parents, everyone can fill out the form, put the form down. Lincoln, we can go downstairs, ring the bell. It's over there. That was easy. And now let us move on to the 1 minute of silence.
Ryan. Ryan Anthony.
Hello. Hello.
do you like music?
Yes, I can play a bit of guitar and a bit of drums.
Wow. So do you know the history behind music?
No.
Well, luckily, today we have someone from the class with free who will bring us the history of music. Let us welcome Ryan Anthony Lynn. Ryan Anthony Lynn, History of Music. History of Music, Ryan Anthony Lynn. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Do you guys listen to music often? Yes. Sometimes when you are happy or sad, you guys can listen to music from Spotify, YouTube, and more streaming apps. Well, today I'm gonna explain to you guys the history of music. First is the Baroque era. It started from the 1600s until the 1750s. Baroque music is mostly famous for its complex and grand kind of tunes, and composers like Bach and Handel created music that is still famous up to today. Baroque music mostly uses instruments like the harpsichord, organ, viola, violin, and various woodwind instruments. Second is the classical era. The classical era is the most famous era and has the most famous type of music. It had famous composers like Mozart, Beethoven, and more. Famous works from the classical era is the Turkish March and Für Elise. Classical era had newer forms of music such as symphonies, sonatas, quartets, and quintets. Next is the Romantic era. The Romantic era is very calm. Composers like Chopin, Haydn, and Brahms have composed calming music and very romantic music. And then suddenly, Chopin makes a loud bang of music, which are just mostly random notes played together. And did you know the Brahms lullaby came from this era and, of course, was made by Brahms? The Brahms lullaby is a very calming tune, which is widely famous because it is in those baby toys that make them sleep. The fourth era is the 20th century. 20th century music is very bold and loud and kind of hard to listen to when it is very catastrophic and loud. It is just random notes mixed together, and sometimes it can go from loud to soft. Composers like Rachmaninoff, Debussy, and more composed in this era. It lasted from the 1950s until 2000. And now we have the music that we listen to today, which has many genres like pop, rock, dance, and hip hop. There are many artists like Coldplay, Taylor Swift, and Sabrina Carpenter, and more. They blend in unique styles of music to create one musical world, and in conclusion, the history of music is a very interesting topic. Mm, One of my favorite songs and artists are Jack Stauber's Trust Flower. Jack Stauber has interesting music and his style is definitely unique. I recommend you guys to listen to him sometime if you can. Mm, mm, That is it for my speech. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing the history of music with us today. I really appreciate it. I like history and music, but somehow would never cross my mind to look up the history of music. And now, let's have one of our judges give feedback. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Angelica.
Thank you, Nancy. Hi, Ryan. How are you feeling right now?
I'm nervous.
Still nervous. Okay. No worries, because I think you have done a wonderful job just now on the stage. Okay, Ryan. So what I liked since the beginning of your speech was when you asked the audience a question about, do you listen to music? I think at that time all of us could relate to what you were asking, because I believe all of us we listen to music a lot in our daily life. That's like one of our entertainment. And by thinking that kind of question, which is highly relatable to the audience, you already started very strongly, and it creates a bond with the audience. So it makes me feel like, oh, he's talking about music, and music is something that is close to me. So I want to listen to you even more. That's a genius start. Okay, and then the second thing that I really love from your performance just now was when you move to different side of the stage to show different eras of music. So this is what we call as stage anchoring. Alright? So that is just the right way to show different phase of the music, and it helps the audience to visualize. Oh, okay. So if Ryan is standing there, is the first era. On the middle is the second era. The left side of the stage is the third era, and it really helps us a lot, especially because you have 5 pages just now, right, about the music. So good job on two of that. Now, Ryan, to be honest, this topic is very interesting because you gave me so many new information about music. Some of them I have never even heard about it, and I think later on in surgeon, on real stage for surgeon level, you are required to use prop or music or slides on your speech, right? So for this kind of speech, if you are able to also show us the music, for example, you bring us the music and play it for all of us, I think it will be even more interesting. So we can have an idea of, okay, so this is what the music in this era sounds like. Alright, especially because just now we still have time. We still have around 1 minute to be on time, right? So in the future, you can always try to add some idea. How can I make it on time, right? And the second thing is, I think just now I noticed that Ryan, when you were talking, sometimes you were looking at the floor, sometimes you were looking at me. So to be honest, I love it when you look at me because it gives me eye contact. But I believe the audience would also love to be seen by you. Okay? So next time, Ryan, try to maintain that eye contact that you gave to me, but not only to me, but to all the audience. Alright? By doing that, you will show a better confidence. Okay? So eye contact will make the audience feel that, alright, this speaker is so confident that you look at me. Alright? Okay, Ryan? So good job on the opening and also the stage anchoring. And in the future, I challenge you to add more eye contact, and you can also add a little bit of signature with some props. Right. Good job, Ryan. Thank you, Nancy.
Ryan, please bring the
Ryan, in the background. It's over here. You just put the kids
That's
easy.
thank you, Angelica. Now we'll
Good job,
have
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
go.
Hey, experience. What does being healthy mean?
Listening to my dad's advice. He's a doctor, so surely he would tell me how to be healthy, right?
Okay, well, we have a doctor in our room. Hmm. She is from the class of Winfrey that will giving a speech about being healthy. So let's welcome Flora.
Florette Celestin Lee.
Okay. Flora Celestin Lee, being healthy, Flora Celestin Lee. Your time starts to 7 minutes. Good luck.
All know how to be healthy in the proper way?
Yeah.
Well, today I am gonna give a speech about being healthy. Being healthy doesn't mean not getting sick. Being healthy means taking care of your body and mind every day. When we are healthy, we have more energy, we feel better, and we can do more of the things we love, whether it's playing games, hanging out with friends, or doing well in school. How do we stay healthy? It starts with what we eat. Eating fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and drinking a lot of water helps our body grow strong. It gives us the energy we need to learn, think, play, and even move around. Junk food may taste good, but too much of it can make our body tired and sick over time. Drinking water is also very important. Our bodies need the water to stay hydrated, feel better, and help our brain function well. Try drinking water when it's hot outside or after playing. Avoid drinking sugary drinks, soda, coffee, and high energy drinks, or just choose water instead. Moving around is very important too. You don't have to be a sports star. Just go outside, take a walk, ride your bike, dance to your favorite music, play a game. It all counts. Any kind of movement is good for your body and it can make you feel happy. It is also smart to make small goals. You don't have to change everything at once. Just maybe eat a fruit a day or spend 10 minutes outside. Well, I have some trouble eating a balanced diet or eating healthy. Every time I come back from school, I would always feel hungry. And so I would eat snacks that are considered unhealthy. I can improve that by changing those snacks with fruits or by eating fruits at night. Try avoiding harmful things such as smoking, drinking too much alcohol, or using drugs. These little things can really harm your body and your mind. Making smart choices keeps you safe and help your body grow strong and happy. Being healthy also means having fun and enjoying life. Laugh, play, or do the things you love. Spending time with your family and friends can also make you happy and help your mind stay strong. Always remember that being healthy is very important. Being healthy helps us do well in school, do the things you love more, and it helps you feel better. In the end, being healthy helps you live longer. It helps you feel better and enjoy life more. Let's try to make good choices by eating healthy, drink more, move more, and taking care of our feelings inside. In conclusion, how do you be healthy is by eating well, drinking more, move more, taking care of your feelings and mind. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Florence. Now I know how to eat healthy because I eat um, I'm not healthy, as you can see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now let's welcome one of our judges again to give her feedback, Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, Aaron. Florence, how are you feeling?
A little bit nervous,
A little bit nervous. Do you feel better now?
a lot better.
A lot better, right? I can see that you are being a bit nervous, but I also adore how fluent you are with your choice of topic, being healthy. But before that, may I ask you first, like, why do you choose this topic, Florence?
Because I think being healthy is really important to all of us.
All of us, right? Everyone should be happy, okay? And I want to ask again, how long have you practiced for this speech?
A week?
A week? Wow, okay. I really like the performance that you used today because when we talk about being healthy, it sounds very tiring, right? Like we can imagine all of the things we need to do to become healthy. But today, you bring it out in a very light way, and also you give a lot of tips that can help people to become better, such as when you tell us your stories about how you change the night snack into fruits. It helps you to avoid all the sweet things and also keep track on being healthy. That is a very good point that you add on your speech. To make the time longer, because I know it's not green yet, right? And you keep looking at it, where is not green? Why is not green? To make it longer, what you can add is add more personal stories like that, right? You can add, like example, when you lazy to drink more, right? Or when you prefer sugary drinks, right? When you mention about the sugary drinks, I directly, hmm, ooh, come here. But thankfully, it's not sugar filled, yeah. But these are things you can add. Example, you can say like, oh, what sugary drink? Then you explain why. Sugary drinks can make people feel tired. Even though we always hear that sugar can give you energy, but actually it's not true. It can make your body inflame more, it can make your muscle itch more, and also it can make you feel bloated, right? Example, when you drink a cup of coffee, you may think you are energized from the coffee, but all the sugars that come with it, it is dangerous and it is not healthy. So what you can do instead? You can drink water. Yeah? So you give reason, you give example, and then you look back again. So everyone, remember when you want to drink sugary drinks, stop yourself and drink water. Then you make it longer and you make it easier for your audience to understand and remember all the points that you give. Yeah? Another point I want you to add next time when you do your speech, because you have a beautiful smile. Remember to smile more when you give your speech. Okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
Very good job, Flora. Let's give applause again for Flora. Everyone, good job.
For the evaluation.
That
Was easy. And now let's have 1 minute
Thank you,
silence
Miss.
so that families or parents can fill out that feedback form and the next speaker can narrate your speech.
Tes, tes.
Test, test.
I will take your home.
Please, for any phones in this room that has not been put on silent mode, please put it on silent mode so that it will not disrupt the speaker's. So, Aaron, just now you mentioned that you play the guitar and drums, right?
Yes,
So, is learning those two hard?
very hard and very painful. I feel like my fingers. Yeah.
Wow. Then I can't imagine how hard it is to play the piano. It is so big and you need to use most of your fingers on the piano. And today, there is someone from the class of Yosaki who will share her journey of playing the piano. Let us welcome Chiara Valeriti. Chiara Valeriti, My Piano Journey. My Piano Journey, Chiara Valeriti. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck. The stage is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chiara Valerisi, and today I'll be sharing about my piano journey with all of you guys here today. So, I started learning piano when I was in primary 2. At first, my mom let me learn piano just for my hobby, so she didn't really pay much attention to my piano progress. But as times went by, she started to realize that for almost 2 years, I made no progress at all. For example, let's say, I cannot memorize the treble clef and bass clef notes position. So every time when I need to read notes, I have to read it from do and count it from do. And what's even worse is, the song that my teacher have gave me from months ago until today, I still cannot play it perfectly. That was until COVID started. As all of you guys here know, when COVID started, we are forced to stay at home. We cannot go anywhere, we cannot leave the house. So what I do every day is just playing my phone the whole day. That was until my mom decided to move me from my first teacher to my second teacher, who are more serious and strict about my piano progress, because at that time, my mom wanted me to start taking piano seriously. And since my new teacher is so strict about my piano progress, every night she will send my mom a piano note and she wants my mom to print it out. And after printing it out, she want me to read all of that note as fast as I can without stopping. Because by that, I can memorize the treble clef and bass clef note easily. Not only that, my teacher also wanted me to send her a video of me practicing 3 hours every day so that she knows I did practice every day, even on the weekend. And because of that, every night my mom will sit beside the piano and monitoring me practicing them so that she knows I did practice seriously, not playing my phone while practicing. And every time when I do practice seriously, my mom will be mad at me, she will scold me, sometimes she will take away my phone and delete all my games, and she won't let me play my phone until I practice seriously. And of course, at that time, I began to hate piano. And I cry every time I practice, I throw a tantrum every time I practice, and almost every day I beg my mom. I told my mom that I don't want to learn piano anymore. And of course, my mom won't let me stop learning piano. But because of that, I managed to complete 4 piano and theory grades only in 2 years. And all of that, I got pretty high score, which are distinction. And I also joined a lot of competition that time. That was until I was in primary 6. When I was in primary 6, everything went back normal. I have to go to school, I have a lot of tuition, and my teacher expect me to practice as long as how I practiced back then in the pandemic. And of course, I couldn't practice that long anymore because I have to go to school every day. I have tuition. I have a lot of homework to do, especially when you have exam. That's and again, my mom decided to move me from my second teacher to my third teacher. And my third teacher is strict, but my third teacher is not as strict as my second teacher. But even though she is not as strict as my second teacher, I still managed to improve a lot. For example, let's say I just finished my grade 5 piano and theory exam last November, and both of them I got distinction. And I also just joined a competition this February, and I got first place. And, and I also planning on taking my grade 6 piano exam this August. And after all of that practice, and after I look at all of my progress, I started to think that actually piano isn't that bad, even though sometimes I still hate practicing piano. And I actually want to thank my mom because she won't let me stop learning piano, even though back then in the pandemic era, I begged her almost every day I want to stop learning, but she won't let me. And because of that, now whenever I hear to a viral song and I feel like I wanted to learn that song, I can just search this song on Google and then I can print it out and learn it myself. And every time at school when I have music lesson, my teacher will let us play some songs. And before the lesson started, all of my friends were like practicing like crazy, but I don't need to practice anymore because if you know how to play piano, of course you know how to play pianita. And I think that is all from my piano journey. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for sharing. Wow.
Yes, yes.
They are testing the.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Kiara, for sharing your piano journey. I was actually thinking about learning the piano, but your teacher sounds so great. I'm starting to rethink everything now. Now let's ask our judges here to give some feedback. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Angelica.
Okay, hi Sarah.
Hi, Miss.
I actually enjoy your story about your journey about learning piano, and I think um, by the middle of your story, you started to get very comfortable with the stage, and I could feel the natural emotions that you share with us, and that makes the whole story itself feels so real. And I feel like I was brought into your story of when you switched from the first teacher to the second teacher and then the third teacher. So I think you are a great storyteller. And I love it just now when during some part you were also able to laugh with us. Right? So it creates the emotion and the connection between you as the speaker and also between us as the audience. And you know what? From your story, actually, I could learn a lot because I could see how you struggled at first, but you never give up. And then at the end of the day, you prove to us that those hard work paid off. Those hard work finally gives you something that you are proud of today. So that is the story. The story itself might sound simple, it's a piano journey, but actually it has a sophisticated message in it. And with this, I I think just now at the end of the speech, if you could end it with that moral message, then this whole speech itself will be so inspiring. What kind of moral message? For example, you can add it to, especially your audience are Chinese in SML1. Probably a lot of them also face the same problem with you. Some of them might be begging to their parents, Mom, I don't want to go to SML1 anymore. Alright? So you can tell them, it's okay, just don't give up because at the end of the day, after the storm, there is always a rainbow. Something like that, right? So remember, after you go to a certain level, you're expected to always have something to share, a value to share to the audience. So always remember the moral message. Why the audience have to listen to your speech? What can they get from it? What's the benefit? Right? Because you are a very good storyteller, always make sure to insert the moral message. And then one more thing for Sierra is I noticed that you were moving on the stage, if you realize. So I think in the future you can try to make the weight movement more intentional. Right? More intentional. For example, your story about the first, second, and third teacher, you can apply the stage anchoring. So the first teacher from the left side, the second on the middle, and then the third on the right side of the stage. Okay, and when there's no change in the stage of your story, then you can just stay in that spot, right? Because when you move a lot on the stage, it kind of gives me a mixed signal. Okay, is this movement means something? But turns out it's not. And then you move again, and I was thinking again, okay, what does it mean? Let's move there, right? So just try to be more intentional in the future. Overall, I love your story. I love the message in it. I love how you prove. You become a real proof of hard work never fails. Hard work never betray us. All right. Thank you for sharing with us, Sierra. Congratulations.
That was easy.
Thank you very much, Angelica. I will have one assignment. Dear Angela, have you ever wondered how to be a good person?
Yeah, there's so many things you can do, you cannot do. It's actually very confusing, really.
And you think you're a good person? Well, let our guy here decide. So, we have a person from the class of Gates that will bring a speech about how to become a good person. So, let's welcome Kenworth number John. Kenworth number John, how to be a good person. How to be a good person. Kenworth number John. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
The stage is yours.
Okay, so are you guys a bad person or a good person? So if you guys are a bad person, let me show you guys some tips on how to become a good person. So first is being kind. Be kind, it means like you help someone, or like you help someone, like you help your parents or strangers, or like your friends, teachers, without getting anything in return, like you help someone. For example, like you help someone who is in need. Like for example, this picture, like two persons helping out their grandma. So I have a personal story to share. So one day, me and my friend wanted to cross the road to go to our bimbel, but then suddenly we saw an old grandpa that also want to get to the other street. So me and my friend decided to help him because he was already very old, and then he used the crutches, that one. So we feel really bad, so we decided to help him. So after that, when we got him across the road, he said thank you, and then we feel like, me and my friend feel like we did a good thing. So that is what being kind means. So second, be polite. Be polite, it means that you greet everyone, like you greet with respect. Like for example, you greet your teachers in the morning. Like when there's the teacher in front of the door, you say hi miss. That is called as a be polite example. So um be polite also means like you greet everyone and you also shake hands with other people. Like you don't get disgusted by them, you just shake hand and you wave at them and you say hi or good morning, and you say thank you whenever they help you something. You say thank you, or you say you're welcome when you help. When they say thank you, you say you're welcome. So the third one is don't make excuses. So I know everyone in this room like to make excuses just to get out of trouble. I sometimes do. Okay. So don't make excuses means like you are in a trouble, for example, but then you suddenly make some excuses just to get out of trouble. No, that is wrong. Because I have one friend, a personal story. I have one friend who got into a trouble, but then suddenly he he got angry by the teacher, right? And then suddenly he make some excuses, but when he make the excuses, he got found out by the teacher. So and then he got into a bigger problem. That's why don't make excuses just to get out of trouble. So the next one is listen to your teacher or listen to others. Listen to other is like you respect someone because, example, if your teacher is explaining or your friends talking, your parents is talking, you listen to them. You listen to them. It means by you showing your respect to them. Like when they're talking, you listen to them. You don't look at somewhere else, or when they talk to you, you don't talk to someone else. That is impolite. So that's why you need to listen to others. So for the final one is don't gossip about others. I know everyone here like to gossip about others. So don't gossip about others. It means like you say hoax to someone, you say fake news to someone, like you say to them, do you know that this guy is do you know this person is that like that. So don't gossip about others. If you just gossip about others, you will make someone feel really bad and they will become really sad. So don't. If you still gossip about other, that means you're a bad person. This is the most important thing of all, because just by you saying into one person, for example, you say a fake news to someone, and then who knows, the someone that can tell to everyone else, like, and then one school will know about this. So that's all. And to conclude my speech, so to conclude, the first one is be kind, and the second, be polite. The third is don't make excuses. Fourth, listen to other, and fifth one is don't gossip about others. So the quote is the kindness you put into the world will always have a way of coming back to you. Is there who would like to ask a question? Okay, no one. Okay, I thank you.
Okay, Cameron. I actually have a question.
Yes.
Close your eyes. Imagine I'm a robber, okay?
You're what?
A robber.
Robert. Okay.
Close your eyes. I take your wallet. I take your wallet. I run away. I use that to give to my grandma. Is that fine?
No.
Okay, good. He's a good person. Okay. Oh, let's go. Mr. Silly.
Thank you, Aaron. You're so funny, huh? Okay, Cameron. Why is it so scary? You know, Cameron, I'm actually happy to see today your performance is better than the previous. Yeah. I believe you at least have practiced this time. And I also love your PowerPoint a lot. That it has done much more better than last time with all the simple design and images there. And today, finally, on the stage, I can see you smile. So you should feel proud. Okay? How to feel proud? Let's straighten your body first. Yes. Yeah. And try to not just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, right? You cannot hide on the stage. Okay? So feel proud. Yeah. Pull your shoulder to the back. Show that this is a good camera. This is a good PowerPoint. And this is a good speech. Yeah. Body language is very important. I love that you talk about example. There's a lot of examples of being kind, being polite. All the point is well put there, and also your opening is very intriguing. Are you a bad person or a good person? Okay, I think everyone will agree. All of us is a good person. So instead of putting the audience as some of it as a bad person and our audience loves to make excuses, you can give example like, oh, if you have friends that like to make excuses, this can help them. Example, right? So we always try to assume our audience is the best audience ever. Okay? And Howard, for your PowerPoint, love the color, love the simplicity. Next time, remember to choose the image without the watermark. Okay? There's a lot of watermark there. It means that you are not paying for the image. It's okay if you're not paying. Just choose the one that don't have the watermark. Yeah? Because if it's watermark, then it means that they don't let you use it. Okay? Another part is Howard. Because I see you a bit afraid of the time. What is not good? Well, you can add, because you give a lot of good example already in your speech, you can add why. Why greeting someone is important. Then you add what is the impact of greeting someone, right? Why do you think, Cameron, greeting someone is very important, especially as a young teenager? Why?
So you can respect them.
So you can show your respect, right? It's a polite, it's manner, right? And people will not know that you are respectful. People will not know that you have a good manner if you do not greet someone first. Okay? By greeting someone, you can get good impressions about yourself and you can make someone's day better. Right? So you add why and then you give the impact of the behavior. It will make your speech more easier to grasp, more understandable, and also more. Yeah? But overall, I think you can be proud of your performance today. It has been done. So good job, Cameron.
That was easy. Thank you, Mrs. Celia, for the feedback. And now let's proceed to 1 minute of silence.
Edit the slides, right?
exhibition called Life that will not be showing. Okay.
So, Aaron, let me ask you something. What is your fears? Your biggest one?
My biggest fear,
Yes.
SML1. I am not alone.
Oh, why? It's fun. And also, have you ever wondered how to overcome it? I mean, you cannot be afraid of something you need to face every week, all the time, right? You need to overcome it.
Yes, thanks to one of my trainers here, Miss Cecilia. She has, whoa, overcome my fear.
So one of our trainees today is going to deliver here about overcoming your a speech about overcoming your fear. Let's welcome from the House of Clinton, Junior Asad Khalid. Junior Asad Khalid, overcome your fear. Overcome your fear. Junior Asad Khalid. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
This one. What? Next. Ladies and gentlemen, did you ever heard about the Danau Toba or even the Pulau Samosir? Or you guys even ever go to Danau Toba and the Pulau Samosir? Okay, I ever go to in the Pulau Samosir and Danau Toba. So I go to the Bukit Sibaya that have the Jesus statue. So guys, actually there is a one folklore story behind the Danau Toba and the Pulau Samosir. So this folklore story is about how Danau Toba and Pulau Samosir are created. So there's a man called as Toba. Toba is a diligent farmer, but unfortunately his farm became unsuccessful. So he go to the fishing place and then he got a big golden fish. So he was very excited about it. Then he brought the fish to his home. And then he planned to cook it. Unfortunately, he has no firewoods anymore. So he goes to the forest for to take the firewood. And then when he comes back, the golden fish is gone. He was really shocked about it. But instead, there's a one beautiful young lady in front of him. Suddenly, he fell in love with this girl. This girl name is Puteri. So Toba say, I want to, but wait. Toba want to marry that girl. And then the girl say, I will marry you in only one condition. And then Toba say, what? So the girl say, I will only marry you if you don't say where I came from. And then Toba say, okay then. So they were married and they have one child. This child name is Samosir. Samosir is a lazy and a naughty boy. not like his dad. So one day, Samo, Samosir's mom ordered him to give Toba the lunchbox in the farm. But on the way, he played with his friends and then he ate his dad's food. After that, when he arrived at the farm, his dad said to him, "Hey son, do you want to eat together with me?" And then Samosir say, "No, dad, I already eat in the on the way." So when Toba opened his lunchbox, there's no food anymore. And then Toba asked to Samosir, "Son, why there is no food anymore?" And then Samosir say, "I already eat that on the way, Dad." So Toba gets mad. And then Toba said to Samosir that you are a fish descendants. So Samosir feels really sad about it. And then Samosir get back to home and cry. And then Samosir say to his mom, "Mom, why dad calls me as fish descendants?" And then when Putri know that, Putri is get really mad because Toba tell his kid the his kid that this girl is a fish. So Putri told his kid to go to the hill. And then Putri made all the place drown. So the Danau Toba, so the Pulau Samosir is the hill that Samosir went. And then the message of the story is keep every promise that you make. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your brilliant speech. I have to admit, this is probably a lot better than the speech you usually do in classes. Well done! And they say feedback is the key to success. So, let us welcome our Lieutenant General, who is available today and is going to do the evaluation for 2 trainees. Let us welcome. Let us welcome
Richmond Austin Sullivan.
All right, once again, everybody, can we please give a big round of applause to Junior? So, your speech is about using your slides and also hits the function of storytelling folklore. Am I right? Project as well. I think that this speech overall is done very well, executed very well. You are a great storyteller. I really like how you incorporate all of the details and how your PPT in the slides, your illustrations in the slides, they really assisted in helping us understand the lore. So that's what makes you a good storyteller as well. I also really like your content overall. Your organization is great. Your transition, like from the opening, great opening as well. You ask the question, interactive question, and then you ask everybody here. yeah, a question. Then you move on to the story. You transition. You tell everybody. So today I'm going to tell you about how the Pulau Samosir and the Danau Toba is formed. And I think that's a very good bridge to the story. So well done for that. Story, very well done. The wording, everything, I think it's all done very well already. I also really like your closing. Your closing, you put in a message. Message. Keep your promises. I think it's a very important message. It's something that we all can learn. Because sometimes it's like when when we promise people something, we tend to not keep it. So I think this is a great reminder for everyone, even for me as well, to be responsible and to keep my promises. Now, this speech has lots of potential. It's an iconic story. I think we have heard of this like as we're younger, and then you bring it up to us. It also creates like a very inspirational speech for all of us. One thing that you can do to make this speech better, to elevate the speech, is to improve your vocal variety. I think that in storytelling, what makes a storyteller even better, like even from a very good storyteller, is that when you're able to play your pitch, when you can put power in several sections of your speech, you can make your audience ride on a roller coaster of emotions. You can make them react. You can make them react very like oh ah like that, and then you can also make them feel very interested in the speech. So that's my suggestion to you: improve your vocal variety, specifically in your pause, your power, and your pitch. So going into the next level, which is Lieutenant Colonel. Okay, in conclusion, I really like your content. Your content is great. Storytelling and everything, your opening, your closing is good as well. One thing that I would suggest to you going into the next level, improve vocal variety. That's all for my evaluation today. Thank you very much.
You can do it.
Oh, yes.
That
That
was easy.
Junior team will come back to the stage.
And for that, we would like to apologize for not changing the title from our script to the one that you just changed it to. And now we would like to call our judge of the day, Miss Angelica.
Hi, engineer. Can we look at the slides once more time? I think I really love the slides because it's very cute, and I believe everyone loves to listen to stories. And today you share with us the history of Danau Toba and Pulau Samosir, right? And I think you have done a great job in choosing the visual for the storytelling, because the first time I looked at the first cartoon slide, I was absolutely interested already, right? Oh my God, this is so cute. I want to listen to more of it, right? So good job in choosing the cartoon, the image of the stories. And what I like from your story and your speech was that you ended with a moral message. So even though from the beginning of the story until the end, I was like wondering, what can we learn from this? But at the end, you help us to wrap it up. Okay, so keeping promise is totally important. So thank you for that. Now for Junior, I want to ask you, how long did you prepare for this speech?
2 hours.
Right, okay. So this kind of explains why just now, when you were telling the stories, I could feel that there was kind of a lot of pauses between sentences. Okay, so this will be a big homework for you in the future, the upcoming real estate, because on the next level, the challenge is going to level up. So you, of course, you need better preparation in the future. Okay, so for example, just now, when you were telling the stories, on some part, I need to digest more because there were some pauses that was not on point. For example, when you mentioned, Samosir's mom asked Toba to deliver the last box to Toba in the farm. Okay, do you think it's easy to understand with a lot of pauses in between? No, right? So that was how I felt just now. And it happened from the beginning until the end. Okay, Junior? So the better way to phrase this is, some of your moms asked Toba to deliver the lunchbox to Toba in the farm. Okay, so phrasing, this is called phrasing. The right phrasing will help you to deliver the message better for the audience. And for this, of course, I think in your case, it's about preparation. Okay, Junior? Right. Okay, overall, thank you for sharing with us such a cute slides and also telling us, giving us new information about the history of Lake Toba. And congratulations for making it. Back to MC.
That was easy.
Thank you, Angelica. Now we have public outside. So parents do you use skincare?
Some days, most days, I'm too lazy after a long day to do my skincare. I just want to go back to bed and sleep.
No, fun fact. I used to use skincare. Yes, for the boys, okay. It's okay to use skincare.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay. So there's someone from the class of Kiyosaki that will delivering a speech about skincare for all. For all. So let us welcome Jocelyn Ryu Kylie.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Ryu Kylie. Skincare for all. Skincare for all. Jocelyn Ryu Kylie. Your time is 27 minutes. Good luck.
So, hello everyone. Do you have any skin problems? Well, today I'm giving you a complete skincare routine that works for any skin types. For dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin, and even combination skin. So it's actually simple, effective, and if you're starting out a routine or looking for a streamline of your routine. So let's find out what are these skincare routines. So step one, it is cleanser. Start with a gentle cleanser. You want something that removes dirt, oil, and even your makeup without stripping your skin. So try to look for a label that says gentle or hydrating or any pH balance. For oily skin, use a gel cleanser, while for dry skin, use a cream cleanser. And for the step two, it is toner. Toner has come a long way, so it does not dehydrate your skin or harsh your skin. You just need to find a toner that says the ingredient that says rose water, green tea, or patanol, or any hyaluronic acid. You just put a little bit on a cotton pad or just pat it with your hands. For the step three, it is serum. This is where you can customize a little bit. Well, the ingredient that is for everyone that is suitable is actually niacinamide, the red one. It helps oil control, redness, and
texture, and even strengthen your skin barrier. And for other universal option, which is hyaluronic acid for hydration, vitamin C for brightness, and azelaic acid for acne and redness. This this can help your skin barrier balance. For the step 4, which is moisturizer. Moisturizer is essential. Yes, even if you have oily skin. So for oil skin, use a lightweight cream. For dry skin, use a moisturizer that contains ceramides because it can hydrate your skin without feeling any dry. For oil one, use uh, this scientific moisturizer. I ever used it and it feels very lightweight and you won't feel that any greasy on your face or any oil on your face. For the step 5, it is sunscreen. Sunscreen is the most important one in your daytime routine. Sunscreen can protect your skin without damaging any of your skin barrier, and it can help you from sunburn, dark spot, or even premature aging. I ever use the blue one, which is Harlot. It is actually very lightweight. You don't even feel that you put a sunscreen on. That is for oily skin. For BOJ one, the white one, I ever also used it, and it feels also light, but it's actually kind of hydrate your skin because it's from Korean brand. There's no white cast. For Fistology, it is actually for combination skin. My friend ever used it and they said that it feels very hydrating and there's no white cast, so your face won't see that it's kind of white from your other skin. So the bonus one, weekly tips, one or twice a week, exfoliate your skin from all the dust from the outside. And for oily skin, use a clay mask so it can absorb those oils into the clay mask. For dry skin, use a brightening mask so it can moisture your skin very well. So in conclusion, consistency is key. You don't need a 10-step to see the result from your skincare. You just need a 5-step from this, and you can see those results. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, Jocelyn. Now I know why my kid is not as far as those K-pop idols.
You know, a lot of steps, man. Oh my god.
Only 5 steps.
Only 5.
Mm.
You know, I use whatever I say. Now as promised, I still get to give her feedback.
Okay, Jocelyn. Finally, I can see you on the real stage, Jocelyn.
It's fine, so I can go to Spielberg.
For you to be able to join the Spielberg gang.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yes.
But it doesn't guarantee you can join the Spielberg. Which one? Okay, Jocelyn, that's a very cute PowerPoint, right? I love that you talk about skincare. It shows that you know a lot and you did a lot of research of skincare, right? I, from the top 10 itself, can trust your recommendations because you give a lot of personal review. Oh, I tried this. This is good. This is la 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 la. So I love that you share a lot of personal knowledge, not only based on research, not only based on the product, but also your own perspective about it, right? That is a good skincare review. Now, because you want to show that you are a good master of this knowledge of skincare, I would love that you can look more professional than this, right? More believable. And when I hear you talk about this, I can't believe that you're a good master of skincare. But when I see you with that crop and that hoodie.
Yesterday I'm too tired from prom, so
Right? You get the feeling. If you want to build a trust, you have to look to be able to get people to trust. Okay? This is not a good look to use on real estate. Okay? Everyone, no props on real estate. Yeah? Not proper. Okay? So, Jocelyn, usually when you come to the tuition, you look even better than this.
too tired.
No reason. Yeah, hair still curly, but see, black crops. Oh my god. Yeah. And also, Jocelyn, remember, you can always treat a speech like a conversation. Yeah, you are talking to the audience to listen to you. Why it's important? Because just now I feel like you are very formal, right? But you have a very bubbly personality. And your personality brings a lot of interesting information coming from you, right? With the smiles and the Nola, Miyuki, Mila, Itula. Right? But I don't hear it at all when you deliver this speech. Okay? So don't treat it as something formal, treat it as a conversation with your best friend. Then the real Jocelyn can bloom out. Yeah? I'm waiting not only a clear glass skincare, but also a bloom of Jocelyn on this. Yeah, not with this cross on this outfit. Okay? Thank you. Back to the MC.
Now, okay, now we will invite our lieutenant general once again to give farewell his introduction. So let's welcome Richmond Ocean Suliman.
Alright, Jocelyn, someone who wants to get into Spielberg. Okay, let me give my evaluations, but first, can we please give a big round of applause to Jocelyn? Alright, so what I really like about this speech, yes, I agree with Cecilia a lot. You are really mastering this topic. You choose a topic that you master, and therefore you provide so many details about this skincare topic, about the skincare steps. So I really like it. Another thing I agree with Cecilia, I like not only you add detailed information, but you add your own personal view. I think it's very nice as well. Opening, closing, very well done. You gave a question for opening, interaction, and then closing is a conclusion. You tell everybody that consistency is key. So that is a key takeaway that we all get. And I think it's very good. Next, let us move on to like the delivery. I think that you have very good eye contact. You master the eye contact area. I also think that you display good, a very good example of like having an audible volume, very audible volume, I would say. I think that, okay, so now you want to you want to enter the Spielberg class. So maybe I will give some tips. Let's start from the content first. We can make this content even more fruitful by, for example, interaction. You said that you asked us like about skincare and stuff, yes, right? You can give us some time to answer first. I think that's one. Number two, you talk about toner, cream, serum, everything. Well, maybe the ladies know what it means. Personally, as a boy, I don't, as who only use face wash morning and night, I do not know what each of them means. So maybe you could put in like a short definition of what each of them does. I would also love it if you could add maybe a bit more detailed experience about the review that you put in. The review was good already, but maybe a bit more details and it would be nice also. Next, delivery. I think that you could really work on your vocal variety, just like what Miss Cecilia said. You have a very bubbly personality, but on the stage it didn't come out. And actually, that can become your wow factor. That can become like you can display power, you can display pitch. It can have like so much variety. You can vary your pace and also your pause, and it will make your skincare speech even more convincing, and it will make people more interested into listening to your speech. Finally, yes, attire. So please work on that next time. Just like what Miss Cecilia said. But overall, I think this speech is very good. Very short conclusion. Content is great, delivery is great. Maybe like you want to get into Spielberg, work on your photography and make your content more fruitful. I think that is all for me. Thank you very much.
Good, good. I'm gonna go back to this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That was easy.
Thank you for the evaluation, Richmond. And now let's proceed to the 1 minute of silence. So, Aaron, which phone model do you use?
I use Xiaomi 11T.
Oh.
From Xiaomi, very cool.
Wow.
Well, it's a bit cracked, but it's what it is.
I think it's just the screen protector.
Mm,
Mine is a Samsung A32, and honestly, it's a little bit lagging already. And I've been thinking about changing to a new phone when I get into college. And luckily today, there's someone in the audience who would love to share about the phone. Let us welcome Sophia Grace Wu. Sophia Grace Wu, Samsung A13. Samsung A13. Grace Wu. Your time is 8 to 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Do you want to show your friends about photography but want to look more sophisticated? Or do you want to start learning about photography but no camera around? Don't worry, this phone is just for you. With lots of features, I'm sure you'll be very surprised. Yes, Samsung Galaxy A13 with a glossy minimalist look. I'm sure you will really like it. So let me start with some features. The first feature is the camera feature. There's a new camera feature in the camera app, which is called macro. How does macro work? Macro works by blurring the background and focusing on the object or the person. You might even notice some small details that you haven't seen while photoing. And the second, this phone has a FHD plus resolution, which makes you see that this is like in the real life. You can customize it your own way. It's very easy to customize, and trust me, it's not really that difficult. You just have to go to the settings and then find wallpaper and style. You just have to press the change wallpapers And you can choose anything that you have in your gallery, the one that Samsung provides you, or any more. You can also add widgets. You can also customize the icons and also so much more. It has a storage for up to 128 gigabytes. So you can download as many apps as you want. You can also add files and also take a picture of a lot of stuff. Do you really need a lot of time, but you only have a short time of charging? Not to worry, because this phone only charges for about 2 hours and could stand for about 2 days according to your usage. It also has the octa-core processor. If you don't really like loading screens a lot, this phone is actually perfect and suitable because this phone has the octa-core processor with the 2 gigahertz speed, so you don't have to wait for a very long time. There are 4 colors available. This one is the peach one, but there are other colors available such as blue, white, and black. If you don't want to use pin, there are other choices such as pattern, which uses shapes and also lines to recognize. You can register it in your phone, and then when you draw the line or the shape, it will scan whether it's the same pattern according to the registered one. The second one, fingerprint. Yes, the side button isn't just a button to open your phone. It's also a fingerprint sensor. It can also sense whether the fingerprint doesn't match. And the fourth, face recognition. If you have been noticing this small camera over here for a very long time, well, this is to sense your face and try to recognize it according to the registered one in the settings. It works with a lot of apps, and trust me, there aren't any lags or anything. So if you feel very bored, you can download games such as simulation games, action games, and so much more. You can also download games with a very high storage because it's up to 128 gigabytes. It could stand that much. If you would want to increase how smart you are, you can download Duolingo, Matific, and Lingo Kids. So you can also download Google Classroom to support your class. Next, if you would like to download apps that you can customize your presentation on, you can download PowerPoint and Canva. It can hold a lot of files, and trust me, there aren't any lags until now. So if you really want to draw, but you don't have the app for it, you can download apps such as Clip Studio Paint, Sketchbook, and also much more. You can just doodle around, or with the Samsung Pen, you can make great masterpieces. If you would like to customize your phone, you can download apps such as Themify and also Microsoft Suki AI. So these apps, so you can also download apps such as productivity apps, such as Google Calendar, Habit Now, and so much more. These all work without any lags or anything. Even if it's just loading screens, it won't load for very long. Phone accessories. Yes, you can customize your phone with phone accessories such as customized phone cases, phone charms, pop sockets, and so much more. They're also easy to put. But however, these are sold separately. If you would like to buy something from Samsung's official stores, you can buy Samsung pens or either Samsung tripods. What do they say about Samsung Galaxy A13? The first user said that it is very affordable and there's a lot of features. The second user said that it has great features and it's easy to use. The third user said that it is very easy to set up and easy to navigate. And guess what? I'm also a user of this phone. So for my review, I really like this phone and it works really well. It also doesn't load that much and it's very easy to use. Even when you don't really know how to use it, there's a user manual in the settings part. So I really recommend this phone. And now let's talk about the price. For the 4GB RAM, the normal price is 2,300,000. But for the discounted price, it's 2,070,000. It's only available for the first 30 people. For the 6GB RAM, the normal price is 2,700,000. But the discounted price is 2,160,000. Only for the first 10 people. So for the 4GB RAM, you can get a free AC adapter, and for the 6GB RAM, you can get both AC adapter and also power bank. So where to buy? At the official retailers or resellers store in your favorite shopping centers. So buy now while it lasts. Thank you everyone for listening here.
For introducing as well. Honestly, I think about 5 minutes just so that I can have the camera. And now let us listen to feedback from one of our judges for today. Let us welcome Miss Angelica. Let's give a big round of applause.
Thank you, Theo. So yeah, I think you have done wonderful in selling your Samsung A30. Why? Because even though it's my first time listening to this product, but through your confidence, I feel like kind of interested to start to take a deeper look at this product, especially the way you highlight the pain point and explains each of the features. So Sophia, what I like from you, your presentation just now about the Samsung A30 is that you show a good understanding, an in-depth understanding of your product. So that's what's crucial as a marketer. Because the greatest tool of a marketer is the knowledge of the product itself and also the country. By understanding your product, of course, you will be confident to sell it. And sometimes, when people want to purchase something, it's not always about the product, but sometimes it's about the market. So when you are confident about it, people will also feel convinced. Oh, I want to buy this product. Okay, and I think that kind of confidence you already have it in you. So good job on that. And what I like about how you explain each of the features is that you know the pain point of us. For example, just now when you mentioned, do you like photography but you don't have camera? And then you directly tell us about the camera features, about the macro, about the HD camera. And then when it comes back to fast charging, you also mentioned why it's important because sometimes you don't have time to charge. And then when it comes to fingerprint and also face recognition, you tell us that some people don't like pink. So in every feature step, for some people it's common, you are able to escalate it into something important. So that's what a marketer do. What a marketer how a marketer sells the product. So good job on that. And for me, Sylvia, I think it has been very amazing. Just some mini feedback for you. So just now, I noticed that when you were demonstrating using your product, because the phone itself is quite tiny, right? From here, sitting here is kind of tiny, and I think the audience sitting at the back, it will be kind of hard to look at the screen because it's very small, right? So if you need to demonstrate something in the future, you can actually just utilize the slides. So you can probably insert a video of how to demonstrate the features. Okay, and the second thing is you can also boost the engagement with the audience by adding some interaction. So for example, just now when you say you like photography but doesn't have a camera, you can actually ask a question to the audience. How many of you love photography but doesn't have a camera? Worry not, because we have Samsung A30. Okay, and then on the upcoming features, you can also ask another question. How often do you forget your PIN? No worries, because this phone has the fingerprint sensor. So you create that connection with the audience. Remember? Sometimes we purchase not because of the product, but because of the connection we have with the market. Right? Overall, congratulations, Sophia. You have done so amazingly wonderful. Let's give a big round of applause for Sophia.
Off the stage. Okay.
That was easy.
Thank you, Angelica. Now we will have 1 minute of silence.
Oh yeah, this. Thank you, guys.
Just asking what's the
So, Priyanka, what soap brand do you use?
I usually just use whatever my mom buys. So if you would like to know, you can ask my mom over there.
Oh, okay. Let's do that later, okay? So, as a person from a class of gays, let me delivering a speech about the manliest soap ever in this world, which is Lifebuoy. So, let's welcome Yanni Gerardo. Yanni Gerardo, Lifebuoy soap, Yanni Gerardo. The speech is 8 to 10 minutes.
Every day we practice so many things like monies, phones, stationery, clothes, and even other people. But without us knowing it, we actually have picked up a lot of different germs or bacteria into our hand.
And slowly they will crawl all around our body. So, staying clean on our hand isn't just about smelling good, but it is about staying healthy. Good morning, everyone.
My name is Yamin, and today I want to talk a soap which is very safe, clean, and easy to use. Lifebuoy. So, firstly, what is Lifebuoy soap? Lifebuoy soap is the most trusted antibacterial soap in the world, and it was also trusted that it can kill 99.9% of bacteria around our body. So that means after we use this soap, we will be protected everywhere we go. The next one is, when was Lifebuoy created? Lifebuoy has been around for more than 100 years, and it was first made to fight some diseases like cholera. But now it was used by millions of people, and it is known for its safeness and can protect families from dangerous diseases. One great thing about this Lifebuoy is its multivitamin body wash. This multivitamin body wash could help your skin even smoother, stronger, and healthier. So let's talk about how to use this soap. So it's very easy and simple. Firstly, twist the top until you hear the sound like this. After that, wet your body first and pour a little bit of this soap to your hand or on a sponge. After that, rub it gently to make foam and place it all over your body. And rinse it all off with clean water. After that, you can just close it by twisting the left side. And after you use this soap, you will feel fresh and clean. Also, your skin won't feel dry too, because the soap was made to keep your skin soft too. So don't be scared of dry skin. So what makes this Lifebuoy body wash special is it can be used by everyone, which means parents or kids or babies or even old people, everyone can use it safely. And you can use it anytime you want, maybe on the morning or at the night. And it is also a great choice for people who are often in the public places, such as for working, because this could protect your body everywhere you go and anytime. And there is two types of Lifebuoy body wash. The first one is the bar soap type, and the second is the liquid type. For me personally, I picked this soap rather than that soap because it was easier to use it. But how about you guys? Would you rather pick the bar soap or the liquid soap? Yeah, then same with me. Also, why you should choose this Lifebuoy soap? It is because it has more function than most soap, such as it could make your skin smoother, stronger, healthier. It could remove dirt. It could kill 99.9% of germs around your body, and many, many more. Also, you can get this soap for only 15,000. And if you buy it today, there's a 20% discount for you, which means you only need 12,000 rupiah for this soap. And you can buy it from my email or this number, or you can just buy it directly on here. So another thing makes this Lifebuoy special is it is very suitable for you if it is for traveling, because the size was pretty small and it only needs a little bit space. For me, I'll also use it every time when I'm traveling and swimming, because it only needs a little bit space and I can just put it on the luggage or on my bag. And also, this soap can be recycled, which means after you have done using this soap, you can just refill it with another soap, or you can make other creativity. And in conclusion, this soap is not just any usual soap, but this soap could kill 99.9% of bacteria, could make your skin even smoother, stronger, healthier, could kill all the bad, harmful bacteria around your body, and many, many more. So the next time you wash yourself or take a bath, don't forget to clean it and protect it. And with this life boy, you are doing the both. And yeah, don't forget to get this soap because it was very clean. So ladies and gentlemen, I will ask to someone here and who would like to volunteer can raise your hand. Okay. Thank you. So you can just stand there on your place. So before, which soap you use before? Soap. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You can sit down. Okay, anyone who want to volunteer, you can raise your hand. Okay, no more. Okay, Richmond. Just like the question before. Oh, is it for your body or your hair? Oh. Also, okay, thank you. Also, I forget to tell you that this is work for your hand or your body and also your hair. So, who want to answer my question again? Oh, thank you. So, thank you everyone for listening to my promotion today, and goodbye.
Okay. So I have a trade offer. I have a trade offer.
What?
Trade offer. Trade. Tukar, kita tukar.
Uh,
Understand? Head and shoulder for that. Deal?
no.
Oh. Okay. Now let's invite once again our judge to give her feedback. Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, Aaron. Okay, Yamin. Yamin, first of all, you look very different from your class, the weekly class, right? Especially the attire. You look so proper today and so professional, right? In class, you usually come with a very polos t-shirt, short pants, and thankfully shoes. And today, you look really great, and I'm surprised, right? I suddenly see, wow, your lip has grown older now. I really like that your presentations of this live voice show have a lot of unique interaction. Like, especially when you mention that this very good product, which is Blackboard, right? The information there is very interesting. And I also enjoy how you go through its step-by-step demonstration, especially when you mention the part when you open this, make sure it sounds like this. What? I think that is a very interesting dramatic part. Ooh. And that is good because it's hook the audience attention back to you, right? We want that kind of hook again and again in our speech. And I love that you put instruction in the middle of the speech where you say, you ask the audience whether they're interested, and also you put some personal tips. Like, this life boy is easy to put it in my luggage or my bag. This specific tips make you sound very credible because it shows that you use this life voice soap in real life, right? So this niche tips is really helpful. Yeah, When you want to convince someone, find something niche and very specific as an example, which you've done really well today. Okay? Some additional tips for you, Yummy. First, smile. Where's the smile? Because in class usually you smile a lot, and today, is it because of real estate?
No.
No? So what happened with Yumy's famous smile? Oh wait,
Just want to be focused.
just want to be focused. Okay. So I would love to see you smile more because when you smile, you will look 100% more confident. Okay? Smile shows that you prepared this well, and it also shows that you are ready for this. Yeah? When you can start to smile, not when you stand on the stage, but when your name is being called, when you stand at the back. So when you walk into the front, you need to smile right. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is instead of swaying left and right, move around. Yeah? Explore the stage. If you want to go down and showcase your life to all the audience, you can do it, right? So move around. If you move around the stage, it will help you to look more confident, right? And the last part, I love that you are very creative and put interaction. I know it's the matter of time again, right? And I love that you are being brave and asking them who would like to volunteer. And maybe additional point there, after they volunteers, try to make it longer and having more interaction. What I mean by that is you can try to at least you ask them, what usually the soap you use before this. Okay? Maybe Aaron will say, oh, I use anti soap. Then you can ask again. Now, after you listen to my presentation about the life boy, are you interested to use? Right? So you make it more interesting, you have more engagement, and at the end of the day, you look that back to the product that you are trying to convince us. Okay? The same goes with the other interest. At the end of the day, your purpose is to convince them to buy and use Lifebuoy. Right? So look at that. So overall, very good speech, but still missing the smile. And I would love to see more smiles coming from you. Yeah? Thank you. Let's give applause for you.
That
was easy. Thank you, Cecilia, for the feedback. I think it was very well received. Now let us move on to the 1 minute silence.
This will be you, right? This one is for next back. What's the next? Set the mic first. Good luck, Reselin. After this, we'll go to Colonna.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is for again next.
Yeah, next. This one is for back.
Aaron, have you ever felt overwhelmed trying to pack for a trip?
never. You know why?
Why?
Because I don't care. You know why I don't care?
No.
My parents does it for me.
Whoa.
Not because I'm lazy, because I don't know how to care. What want to wear? But that's also we want creativity.
Wow, that sounds nice. I'm usually overwhelmed, you know. So many dresses and shirts and pants and skirts.
Okay,
Which one should I wear? And what other drink did I forget in there?
This one is for
And I think there is someone here who is going to sell something life-saving for me. Let us welcome from the class of Gandhi, Rita. traveling kit, Gracelyn Young. Your time is 8 to 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
1 year ago, I went for a trip to Malaysia. I was very excited for the trip. 2 days before the trip, I packed everything I thought I needed. Some snacks, my clothes, my charger, and even my towel. I also packed an additional small bag consisting of my phone, my bottle, my power bank, and some small snacks. I thought I had everything I needed, but turns out I was very, very wrong. On the day when I was in the airplane, I had an unexpected flu. So I kept on sneezing all the way through the flight. And that was the moment I realized I forgot to pack tissue and wet tissue. So the only tissue I had was in my mom's luggage, which we couldn't bring out. So I had to go back and forth to the toilet every single minute. Ladies and gentlemen, have you also ever forgot something important while traveling? Wow, looks like there are many people that forgot. Well, from today on, you don't have to forget anymore because I introduced to you our traveling kits. Our traveling kits consist of 8 major items. The first item is, wait for a moment. Oops. Right, this. You know what this is? This may look like candy, but it is not. It is actually a towel. Inside of this, there is this little carton thing. If you dip it in water for a few minutes, it will open up to a small towel like this. This towel is perfect for cleaning up messes any size, and it's also reusable. Our second item is a disposable dust bag. It looks like this. It's very, very big. The main purpose of this is to put shoes. Maybe while you're traveling, you will have to take an additional shoe or a pair of sandals. So you can use this to put in your shoes or sandal. Not only can this be used to put in shoes, this also can be used to put in your souvenirs, your grocery, or other things. The third item is this. Have you ever seen this before? No. Let me tell you what it is. This is what we call paper soap. So inside of this, there are 20 pieces. This is basically soap, but in the form of paper. They come in little sheets like this. It's very simple to use. Just take one, put it in your hand, spray some water, and it will eventually become like a liquidy soap like this. It's very simple to use and you can carry it around. I'll tell you why this is very important. Well, one time when I went to a restaurant, I needed to use the toilet and wash my hand. But then I realized they didn't provide any soap. Luckily, I had this on my bag, so I can use that. If not, my hands would stay greasy all the way. The next item is this. This is a very regular item we use every day. This is a small tissue pack. Inside of this, there are 8 pieces. In our traveling kits, you're provided with 2 of these, so you don't have to worry about running out. Our third item are tissues. They come in sizes like this. They're not too small, not too big, and they're very fit for traveling. You can use this to carry anywhere you want to clean up your messes. Next item is this. Tissue. Why do we need to include a small one and a big one? Well, this one is the one you take around, like when you want to go out. And this is the one you use in like your apartment or hotel or traveling. This thing is 3-ply, and inside of this, there are 108 pieces. Next item we have is this. This is a set of comb. Inside of this, there is a small comb and a big comb. Can be used for any type of hair. The last item we have is this. Can you guess what this is? Yes, it is a toothbrush. Inside of this, there is a toothbrush and a small travel size toothpaste that looks like this. Wait for a moment. This toothbrush, the bristles are very soft over here, so it won't damage your teeth. That is it for our traveling kit, and it comes with a bag that looks like this. Other than this, we also sell 2 other items. We sell this tissue. We sell 3 for 8,000. And as for this small wet tissue, we also sell 3 for 4,000. Now back to our traveling kits. These things are very cheap. The original price is 35,000. But special for today, there will be a 40% discount, meaning that you only have to pay 21,000 for this entire thing. Very cheap, isn't it? Yes. But that is only for today. Other than today, there is no more 40% discount. But we do have a 10% discount for this thing for the next 5 days. But of course, 40% is better than 10, right? So get yours today. We have very limited stock. If you want to buy, you can buy right now, or you can also DM this number over here. Okay, so that is it for our traveling kits and this. Who wants to buy? Me. Okay. So should we do the payment right now? All right. Anyways, that is for our products. As for this, we also sell this individually. We sell one of these for 3,000, but as I said before, 3 for 8,000. So that is better. One is for 3,000. And as for our wet tissue, never mind. As for our wet tissue, individually, we sell them for 1,500 and 3 for 4,000. So there is a 500 perak discount. So as I said just now, buy yours now. There is very, very limited stock. Other than today, there will be no more big discount. So that's it for my speech. Thank you very much.
Considering this product, I'm considering buying it because I think it would make having less of a headache, especially have most of what you need here already. And now let's listen to the feedback from one of our judges today. Let us give a big round of applause to Miss Angelica.
Rosalie, thank you so much for sharing with us this new product, because I think some of the product was really genius, especially the mini towel. It's my first time seeing that, and I think that is super, super useful for us when we want to go traveling. And I think the whole presentation itself is very convincing. Even I feel like I really wanted to purchase it. Is it really for sale?
Yes.
Okay, I will contact you later. Payment The products that you sell itself is very considerate because you know exactly what's the pain point that we face in traveling. And even you started with your own experience of you forgetting to bring something crucial, right? And I think just now when you say, does it also happen to us? Everyone said yes. So in that case, as a seller or marketer, you already know who your target market is. So good job on that. And the second thing why I say you were considerate is because you not only prepare the real items, but you also show it in the slides. So I could say that it's very considerate because you know that the items might be very small on stage, so you show a bigger version of it on slide. So it really helps us to figure out what it was, especially when the item was really small. But you show us in the slide, I could understand it better. So good job also on that. Now, every time you explain every item, I also love how you always make sure that every item matters. For example, when you told us about the toothbrush, you tell us that the toothbrush has soft brush. And then when you try to explain about the tissue, the two types of tissue, you also explain why we need two types of tissue, one for apartment, one for traveling. So you always ensure that this is a very highly considerate product that each of them matters. Alright? Now for Grizzly, I noticed just now in your slides, there were some items that was sold on the slides, like the comb and then the toothbrush. I don't know why. Is it because it was missed or is it intentional?
I couldn't find the picture.
Okay, you couldn't find the picture. Alright, if that's the case, then actually what you can do is you can just simply take a picture of the real item and then make a slide out of it. Okay, so that will create a consistent slide. So every item has the slide. Okay, and then the second thing is just now in the beginning, we noticed that you have a little bit of difficulties in managing all those items, right? So what you can do in the future is you can actually set it up first on the table and then you cover it with a cloth, for example. So once you need it, you just need to unrefill it by taking off the cloth. Right? Grizzly? Overall, I enjoyed your product and congratulations for making it. Back to Elsie.
That was easy.
Thank you, Melissa. I will have more time.
Just put everything. Sorry.
Running back to the stage and then ask for judges to give feedback. Wait. Okay, well done. Yes, and then ask judges to give feedback. Adam.
Huh?
Let me
This one closing ya, Mas?
Yeah, after Richmond will be.
Okay. Let's go.
Now, we're going to invite our soon-to-be general to come up to the stage to be evaluated by the two judges. So let us welcome Richmond Ocean Sudilan.
Okay. Need directly feedback, yeah, MC.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss, you want to go first or me? Okay. So Richmond, hi. How do you feel of your performance?
How do we close this?
Not bad. That's all. Not bad.
Is that this one?
Oh, okay. I feel like you gave a very detailed feedback. I love all the technical perspective that you look at it. You are a technical person and you do a very detailed feedback, which is your brand, right? And I also love that you are still seem very confident, even though there a bit mishap actually just now, right? You were supposed to go first, then I give the next feedback. It was twisted at the end, so I give the feedback first. I didn't realize you will go to the stage and give another feedback, but I love that you are able to pull out another points there, right? It's hard things to do, right? When someone's give a feedback and you need to give something additional other than that, and I love that you are able to pull out feedback for Jocelyn about the perspective of a gentleman using a skincare. I think that's very good and that's very creative. Now, Richmond, you are a lieutenant general going to general already, right? I want you to do something more next time you give evaluation, right? What are the challenges for you? First, you can add more smoother transitions between one point to another point. What I mean by that, I know like the structure of giving evaluations there. One point we discuss la 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 la. Second point we discuss la 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 la, right? So what you can do, I want to try to find the red line or the silver lining between the first point and the second point. So when you move on to the next point, it's not abruptly move on. You can smooth it out with additional things that can merge the two things together, right? It can be anything when you deliver it. Example, when you mention the point of intonations, then you can say like, okay, then the intonations give a very bright things and a very bright feeling, such as your content. So you move and put some silver lining. Yeah. And another point I would like to add is your hand position when you hold the microphone. This is also a big things that I usually forget. Yeah. This is feedback for everyone. Students, when you hold a microphone, which hand you supposed to hold it? Left or right hand? Left. Right. Right. Left. Right. So the best way, yes, the best way is your non-dominant hand. So if you writing things with your right hand, you will hold the microphone with the left hand. Why? Because you need to move your hand. You need to have an open arm hand gesture, right? If you hold it with your right hand, it will be very limited of hand gesture you can do with your left hand, especially when you hold a paper. So hold the mic with the left hand and then move with your right hand. Okay? That's another point, which another challenge for you, because you are a general now. I love that you are very technical with your feedbacks. I want to add more challenge, which is give a different feeling when you give feedback. When we give feedback, we are giving it to a human, a certain someone, right? I want you to be able to give a warm feeling when you give a feedback, whether it's through a smile or encouraging words, or I think you can explore some creative and funny ways of giving feedback, right? So it's not only technicals, but also it's enjoyable with sense of warmth, like a senior Richmond can do. Okay? So it is another challenge I want you to explore when you go to general. Yeah, but overall, a very good, a very detailed feedback. Some of it I even not know it myself. So good job on that, right? Richmond, you should be very proud of yourself. Good job. Let's give applause for Richmond. Hold on, MC. All right, Richmond. Richmond, you know, the first time you step on on the stage and notice something that's really stand out from you, which is your energy. So the moment you speak, it directly makes this whole room feel like a concert because your energy is really there, right? So I think that's one of your the good points that you have, right? It makes you unique. And I noticed that you love to give comprehensive feedbacks. So you always cover everything from the content to the delivery, which is good because, like what Miss Cecilia said, you love technicals, those technical things, right? But when it comes to evaluation, why do we learn evaluation in SML1? Because evaluation, there's also the art of evaluation. It's not only judging or giving those technical feedbacks, but the art of evaluation is how we make our speaker feel. Because sometimes when we want to give feedbacks to the other person, the first default state that our speaker have is defensive, being defensive. So the challenge that we have as an evaluator is how to unlock that door, that barrier. Okay, and the way we can unlock that barrier is through warm and encouraging evaluation. That's why we always encourage trainees to start the evaluation with the good points, the 3+1, right? If you have ever heard about it, the 3+1 first. Then tell them, encourage them first, support them first. Then that's the way we can get rid of that barrier. And once the barrier is off, then that's when we can insert the evaluation. So for Richmond, I do agree with Ms. Cecilia that the main challenge here is how to create another feeling for your speaker. Okay, being comprehensive is good, right? But how do you make your evaluation memorable for them? Okay, how you touch them with your evaluation, and then once you are able to touch them, then they will always remember it and apply it in the future. Otherwise, it will be just like going in and out, right? Okay, so that's the next challenge that you have. And just now for the technical feedbacks itself, I think you can also add more explanations. For example, when you mentioned that your eye contact is good, okay, you can add why eye contact matters and what kind of eye contact is considered good. Okay, so instead of covering everything, you can choose the 3 important points. Okay, but you explain it in more details. Okay, so far I think Richmond, you have been wonderful trainees and your journey in SML1 has been very inspiring itself. Congratulations for reaching the general level. Okay, and all the best in your last level. Back to Elsie.
That
Sweetie. Thank you for our judges, Ms. Cecilia and Ms. Enrica, for the evaluation. Now let's move on to 1 minute of silence, or as I like to call it, 1 minute of children, because that's the music that's playing.
Mana kata apa? Kata timeline. Terus tes ini. Ini. Oh iya ya. Kita dipakai dulu, Miss. Nanti aku enggak udah pakai.
everyone, we have reached the end. go. So how do you feel, speakers, after doing your first or second or third speech? Good. Okay, great. So now we will call all of the speakers to the stage, taking turns. So if you hear your name being called, please go up to the stage to receive your pin and certificate. And we would like to invite Miss Angelica to give them their certificate and pins. Okay, let's go. Okay, now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Surgeon Nico. Oh, okay. 1, 2, let's go. Surgeon Denzel Geraldo Wijaya. See, it's not here. It's not here. Okay. So when do we change to Miss Cecilia? After who? After Miss Cecilia. Okay. Feel. Okay. Now, Surgeon Nico Hassan. What? After junior. Okay. Wait. Searching this one. Okay. Surgeon Lincoln Blaine. My boy. Next is okay. Cie. Valerie Cie. Kiara Valerie Cie. Okay. Surgeon Kiara Valerie Cie. And now Lieutenant Colonel Junior. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Lieutenant Colonel Junior Hasan Halim. Okay. Thank you, Angelica. Now we got to call up Miss Cecilia. Okay, wait. Now, Lieutenant Sophia. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Lieutenant Colonel Sophia Grace Wu. Lieutenant Colonel Yamin Leonardo. No promotion. Okay. No. Okay. Lieutenant Colonel Yamin Leonardo. Yeah, but it's colonel. It's colonel. Lieutenant Colonel. Ya udah, kolonel ya dah. Yes. Semua kolonel. Semua kolonel. Okay. All kolonel. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Colonel Gracelyn Yap. Yes. Okay, one, two, three, go. General Richmond Osian Sudilang. Okay, thank you, Mr. Celia. You may go back to your seat. Okay, everyone. I would like to congratulate everyone here, the speakers, and thank you to our judges who have given feedbacks to all the speakers and the parents who have sent them here. And we appreciate every single.
We appreciate every single moment we spent with everyone here today, and we'll always remember this as our most memorable stage moment. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Fiona Admiral Bisaya.
And I'm Colonel Aaron Goin Samara. Thank you and see you at the next event.
Before our session, we'd like to invite all our participants and judges to come to the stage so that we can all take a photo together. And please don't forget your certificates and your badges.
Yes, let's go. That's good. The tall one at the front, the tallest one at the back. Yeah, that's also.
Okay. Wait, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more time. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more time. Okay, video.
Video, yeah? We'll say SML1 and then making you better you. Woo!
There's no energy, miss. With energy.
Yeah, with energy. Yeah. Who can help, Eric?
What? Say what?
SML1. You sure it's louder?
This.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. Okay, we can try one more time before I record. Yeah.
SML1.
Making you better you.
Ready, yeah?
Let's put no pressure.
Sorry.
Okay, one.
Okay, wait. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
SML1.
Making you better you.
Thank you.
Wait, guys. One more cookies here. We will welcome our now surgeon, right? Surgeon, Florence Celestine Lee. Let's give applause. Florence, let's take a picture together. Sorry, it was missed just now. Yeah? Miss Irene. Miss Irene. Di foto. Good job, Florence. Yeah? Congratulations. Ayo. MC, let's take a picture.
Okay.
Miss lah, kamera. Wait ya, cara ya. Wait for a while. The camera. Okay, one more time. Wait. Okay, 3, 2,
Okay.
Okay, good job.
Ah, great.
Good job. More practice, Finally.
After this, right?
Overtime.
Oh, you want to take picture together with Mama? Sini, biar saya bantu. And Yasmin,
I zoomed up for a while just now.
yeah.
Thank you, Anna.
The complete left.
Bye-bye. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, it's okay because we are not disturbing. Yeah. Everyone.
Tiga ya. Jadi satu